This reading video is made possible by the Teacher's Pets on Ko-Fi. Thank you for your support. Come join the class and become a student today. 1 to 10. How I Learned to Count Again. Written for Oreo Kim Kyusha. Written by Zane. Data Log 1. The Beginnings. Has your heart fluttered as fast as the pages of a book caught in the midst of a storm? And to such simple words. If I could write down the way it was said to me, I would. But these words would never do it justice. The way her words found where I was least guarded, breaking through these walls. Thank you. Those were the words that left her soft-spoken lips. Is what I seek so wrong? Our society would frown upon these feelings of mine, condemn them, no doubt. But like these equations that have always kept me company, what I feel is laid out before me in plain sight as well. Do I dare to step forward to reach for this forbidden fruit? Science has always been about breaking boundaries, demolishing everything to create something new. So I shall pick up the sword and relinquish my soul to the devil. I will see her again. I will talk to her again. I hope. Because this is very likely what they call love. Data Log 2. Balance. I already know. I'm the problem. But I could equally say they're the ones at fault. The eyes of many are like the most corrosive of chemicals upon my skin. No matter how much I try to scrub it off, it already has left a lasting mark. Lily, I love her. How could my feelings be wrong? I'm feeling love like anyone else does. Yet, when they will speak passages and verses over their love, I have to hide mine behind leather and ink. Is my love not equivalent to the one others feel? I'm willing to bet the chemicals within my brain causing the sensation will outmatch any of their flimsy, whimsical declarations of love any day. Yet, the world will never accept me, will it? And yet, the wheel has been turned. Data Log 3. The Growth. The wheel spins its erratic path, and when it slips from my fingers, I'm ever so grateful that Lily is there to catch onto it for me. It feels of pins and needles on my skin at the thought that I could mess up and bring condemnation upon Lily. It doesn't matter what people think of me. My feelings for Lily will never change. But if I don't grasp the wheel tight enough, then the eyes of society and the many around us will find out. They will spit dirty words in our direction, and Lily, I don't want her to have to shoulder that. Lily thinks otherwise. She says I worry too much, and so what if they find out? I'm scared regardless. And I know very well nobody is able to stop Lily once her mind is set on something. Not to mention, if this is what Lily wants, then nothing, nobody, is going to be able to stop me. Day 4. Stability. Lily's right. The world can burn as long as we have each other. If there's a God out there, then turn your eyes away. You cannot stop us. Society can't either. I'd like to watch them try. Data Log 5. Crisis. Have you ever tried to stop the sand from leaking from a shattered hourglass? Have you ever tried to fly when your wings were already sold to the demons? Have you ever tried to breathe when she who warms your heart no longer has the strength to grip onto it, as her hand has gone cold? How could she do this to me? You didn't even let me say goodbye. How could you be so cruel? My voice doesn't reach you. Nothing that I work towards could reach you anymore. I'm left only with these empty walls and the memories of you. Data log 6. Coming to terms. Today, I went to pick up Lily's glasses. They sit at the corner of my table now. I'm still upset, but I know what she would say if she was here. I know how she would have explained it to me, that this was the best way, that I wouldn't have to watch death carry her away. That no matter how many times I tell her I couldn't get it through to her, no amount of work and money that comes my way could outweigh the love I have for her. I would gladly cast all of that away to have held her hand as she took her last breath. Yes, Lily, that might break me for the final time. And who would be there to pick me up to my feet? But my dear, sweet Lily, isn't this the same? If these tears that stain these pages could have bought us more time, one last moment where I could see your smile, I would drown the world in them. But for now, we will temporarily say our goodbyes. I will bring you back. Data log 7. Choices. Method number 78 also resulted in failure. There was a minor spark in the test subject's heart, but severe hemoptysis occurred shortly and the test subject was rendered useless. Lily, I'm not giving up. I will not give up on you. I can't. I've planned and budgeted everything as carefully as possible, but any further tests that I want to carry out will drag me into the negatives. The jobs I've been taking either take up too much of my time or don't pay well enough. I don't have time to waste on these things. There is one other way. When I came home the other day, I took a wrong turn and I saw an area that I've heard people frequent. Rumors are, if I was to play my cards right there, I could make money very quickly. It's hard to believe, but I'll risk it. I'll roll the dice. Data log 8. Movement. The corners of the dice are enthralling, and the music that bounces off the face of the playing cards brings a skip to my heart. There was much more to learn from the red light district than I originally thought, and I've mastered them all in no time. Who would have thought that with a flick of a hand, with the unwatchful eyes of many, money could come into my possessions so quickly? I'll be eating well again tonight. Lately, I have found something more fun than the repetitive clattering of chips and dice. They're not playing cards, but they are cards. These are cards that tell the future, speak of the past, and answer questions. They're absolutely fascinating. And in people's eyes, I can see in their eyes of their worries when they come to me on my cards. So when they lean in, when they fall into my intricately laid trap, their money is forfeit. Fools, all of them. It means I have to be on my feet more often than not, taking my due from the fools that nature will weed out eventually, lining my pocket, and on to the next town I go. It's a new, vibrant cycle, and I'll set up my tent again. Who do you think is going to be my next victim? Data log 9. Hallow. Today... That was Lily, wasn't it? It was busy today, perhaps because it was a holiday. These are the days where I make a good amount of money. People are free, so they go out with family, friends, and loved ones. Needless to say, many couples visited my booth today. It was just earlier, near the end of my day, when that couple came into my booth today. Like most couples, they were interested in their future together. And like most couples, I smiled and complimented them on how happy they looked together. I hate him. How happy she looked. How she would smile in his direction. How she would hold onto his arm. How she would speak in quiet tones in his direction. How she would look at him the way I miss. The reading went smoothly. It predicted a happy future for them. I'm glad. I gave her her glasses back. Well, my glasses. She was surprised when the prescription was just right. Like an idiot, I could only say, it suits you. I've come to the conclusion that all my symptoms point to the fact that I haven't gotten over her. Great. Awesome. I understand more about myself now. But where does that leave me? Data log 10. Completion. I can't read people in the same way anymore after that night. So, I've been taking an extended holiday. Diary, or whatever greater entity is reading this, you might be wondering, what extended holiday? You're a freelancer, you'll be broke. And to that I say, people are really dumb. No matter where in the world I go to, there will be someone who is easy to swindle to get me lunch or dinner. By the end of the day, if I do feel like dealing with reading someone, I can earn money in an easier way and stay the night in the city. But the same faces end up dull and repetitive. None of them are gonna see me for who I am and accept me anyways. But I have money! I can go anywhere I want in the world. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, off to my next stop. Another place I've never been to. Another change of scenery. And when that happens, I'll write again. I'll tell you about the people I meet there. Maybe this time, I'll break out of my comfort zone and try to make friends. Maybe someone would be willing to listen. Or not. 1 to 10. How I learned to count again.